Okay, really nicely done. Okay, here's the 40-foot wide culvert. So it's double the distance of what most people put on these properties. 20 foot's all that's needed. Of course, depends on the equipment that you're bringing in. You can see he has a double lot. So there is the extra lot going down there, naturally. Now, when we look at this blue gravel, it's not yet spread. Dave has just started the delivery. He will be here shortly, and we're waiting on him to do this. This is really neat. I'm anxious to see how the gravel holds up in 6 months. But as you can see, the darker patches right there are, you know, wetness. And when it dries, it's got that light blue color on it. Really pretty. As I'm walking on it, it's very soft to the feet. Very nice, settles very beautifully. Okay, what I want to do is I want to set up over here and look down the lot line on this so you can see how this property was developed. All right, dogs. So, pretty neat. Pretty neat. As you can see, he's got his electric here. That's already been installed. He's got his water here. So, you know, he must know how his unit is going on. He knows where his electric and everything is. Unless he's going to bring on a mobile home, it's hard to say. I don't know. And right at the corner, he's got his small electric pole there, which goes to the big electric pole. So the electric comes there, goes there, and runs underneath to here. That's his water. And his sewer as well. This is really cool. And I just wanted to get an idea of what this gravel looks like. Pretty neat. Really good stuff. It's not too big. I would say you could walk on your bare feet on this. It wouldn't hurt too much. The size is perfect. Just the way it feels in my hand, the way it settles. It means it's easy to rake. It's easy to move around, easy to shuffle, and of course it looks great. It looks great. You know, Dave is going to be here shortly, and we are going to get the tractor going and do some more spreading. And of course, when this is all spread out, it's going to look even better. So I'm really excited on this one. So stay tuned. As you notice, I have no shoes on. I just want to demonstrate this gravel and tell you how it feels. Feels great under the feet. I have a pair of socks on and I'm walking flat-footed. It tells you that the actual size of the gravel is not too big. It's real nice. There's nothing worse when you install gravel and you can't walk on it with bare feet, because you never know. You might have to run out in the morning and grab the dog, right? But as I'm walking around, I have to tell you that you can walk on your feet on this gravel. It's not bad at all. You know, it really is, has a nice texture to it. The color is great. I see why, I really do see why it costs a little more for this gravel, this high-end gravel. You know, to get the aesthetic look, the size of the actual gravel. And of course, the color is just great. So as you can see, it's a very comfortable gravel to have underneath you. It really is. Just testing out this site so far, I'm walking at a normal pace down the line and I'm good to go. I wouldn't walk on the gravel without socks, but I've got socks on. But I can imagine if you didn't go with this gravel and you went with a larger gravel and Fido took off the leash and you had to run across the gravel, wouldn't be too much fun. But man, I got to tell you, this is real soft, real nice. It settles so nicely. So let's say you had a rake and you wanted to rake a pile of gravel real easily, maybe just to put a burn pile, do a circle here, no problems whatsoever. It's very flexible, very malleable. You can be very creative with this gravel. Really dig it. Road base is great stuff. Road base is what this customer could have gone with this road base over the entire property. Of course, that blue gravel costs a little more than the road base. So not everybody goes with that blue gravel. I don't often see that blue gravel go down. But let's look at the road base. Road base is great stuff. Now, some people simply put the orange dirt down, and I always tell them, look, go with the road base, especially where the vehicles are going to go. This road base dries really, really hard, really, really strong. Let's get a closer look at the actual road base. When you look at the road base, you know, as I'm touching this, it's already getting hard, and David just installed it. As you can see this, his tracks are still left in there, but this is already getting hard. I would say within a couple of 3 days, even after a nice little rainfall, this thing will get very, very hard and compact. And inside this road base, when you can see it, it's got a light tan color. It's got just a little bit of the orange dirt in there, but it's got crushed concrete. Now, of course, as you can see with the road base, you see the gravel that comes with the road base, right? Okay, these are pretty big chunks of gravel, which is really, really good for your tires to grip, and adds a lot of strength to the concrete. Now, however, can you imagine if you went over the entire property and then you had to go chase the dog on bare feet and you had to run out on that? Wouldn't be too much fun, would it? So there's a benefit to swapping out and using different mixtures of soils and everything to do your property. Now, many people don't care, and they just do this road base on the driveway, right? So a lot of people usually just do the road base, and they take it from here, and they extend it for the driveway. Well, this person wanted the more expensive gravel that we don't see every day, softer to the feet. Now, this is your basic dirt that you put down before anything. Obviously, you can see that. Now, he's got a double lot, so I don't know if he's going to go with this gravel all the way back there, or if he's just going to pull the gravel forward and meet up here. I don't know. We're going to find that out. I will say that you don't have to do the whole property, and if you look at, some people will just leave the back quadrant orange. Why? So you can put down grass, you can grow things. You know, you don't want to put down grass over top of the gravel, right? Makes sense. It makes sense. I just want to show you a little side-by-side comparison between this gravel, which is just beautiful. Okay. All right. You can go with either or, the road base or this blue gravel. Blue gravel, once again, more expensive. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. Okay. Here's your blue gravel. I want to call it the high-end stuff. And here is your road base. Okay. Now, this, I believe, will have a lot more strength. It's got concrete in there. And you really want this because this is where your weight is going to go. And if you have this is your culvert. So it's really important to have that type of strength, something that holds. You don't want too much falling off and eroding over the side. So it's really important to put the road base right there. I like road base, always have. But to be able to continue here and do that nice blue gravel is really nice. So here's a side-by-side comparison. In the event that money is not an option and you want to pay a little more money and go with the expensive blue gravel. So I want to pick this up and put this back. Really well done, Dave. Great spreading job that he's done. You know. So good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully I'll get back to you real shortly when Dave is on site, and we'll get a little action involved. I always tell people, don't be scared of development. You know, everybody calls and says, Paul, do you have a fully done lot? You don't have to be scared of development. We try to make it really easy for you. We guide you through the entire process. I've got somebody that will do the development. Dave is the best there is. And I can help you get you through that. We like to divide the development up into 3 phases. Of course, you have the pad and the clearing. Then you have the water and sewage, and then you have the electricity. Now, obviously, you can see Dave is putting in the pad to your liking. See, you save more money by doing your own developing. If somebody develops a lot, they don't know exactly what type of buyer is going to buy that lot. So they tend to go all the way and do a lot of unnecessary dirt installation. It's just not necessary. So if you do your own development, you can do a little bit at a time. You know, you can take a little bit of money, put in a little bit of dirt, have Dave come back. Now, usually when we do the development, always pad first. It's always a dirt installation first. Why? Well, once you put in the pad and the dirt installation, you're going to do the utilities. Now, this is a double lot. We don't often get to broadcast a double lot. But as you can see, there's a culvert here. The lot line is about here. Okay. The culvert has to stay so many feet off the lot line. As you can see, the brand new electric pole and transformer was installed on the lot line. So what we tell people is, look, always put the pad in first. It's really simple. Dave would get started right away, have it done in no time. If you run out of money, don't worry. Come back in 2 or 3 months, start phase 2, the utilities. Well, that's easy. You just send a check in to Aquatexas. They come out in 10 days and they put in your meter. Now on this lot, the meters are on the other side. Why you want to put in the meters after the driveway is because when they come out, that's what they use to find the location for your meters. So just imagine if you didn't put the driveway in first and you simply installed the meters, and the meters were, let's say, only 10 feet apart or something like that. Boy, what do you do then? Yeah, so it makes a lot of sense. You put the driveway in so that your water and sewer company know where to put the meters. And last, of course, the electric. Now, this is a brand new electric pole, and they normally charge around $1,500 for the electric. So the electric is going to be installed on the lot line. Now, as you notice, they have a small pole about, I would say, 10, 15 feet away. You can't always go underground. In this particular case, the electric company was able to go underground, and that's because there were no trees blocking it at the front. If you install a pole at the front and you've got a big tree in the way, there's going to be a slightly bigger pole about 20 feet away. So this person really made out. I think it looks sharp. It looks great. Now, the electric company will give you 30 feet of wire for free. So that stands to reason why this pole is there. But if you notice, having another secondary pole on the lot line doesn't even look bad. As one customer said, it looks kind of techish, which is kind of neat. I like the look. Doesn't impede on the look of the property, and you don't lose any square footage. It looks really nice. Let me give you a different angle on that. As you look down the lot line, you can see the pole there, and then they run underground to that back pole. Now, they can't always go underground, so this is a very unique situation. 80% of them will have to go up top there and put a short wire to the top of a pole, and that pole comes down. Now, when they do that, that pole is considerably bigger. That pole would probably go to here. But it doesn't matter. It all looks good because the pole is tucked behind the pole on the lot line. Okay, then underneath, you're going to run it to where your RV is going to be, depending on, you know, what you want to get done. So that is how the utilities and the development is done. You know, we normally supply cleared lots, so you do the dirt in the driveway. Phase 2 is the water meters, usually on either side of the culvert. Always the culvert first and the drive first, so they know where to put the meters. And then call up the electric company. She comes out and she meets with you and says, okay, here's where your pole is going to be. And you put a little wood stake in the ground where you're going to put your stuff. Now, you do these. They will do this. And voila, you're done. Now, as far as running the pipes, don't worry about it. Dave and I, we've got people, we've got electricians and plumbers, and they can come on out and they can install that for you. Then in no time, you are getting it all done. Now, the average lot development runs around 10,000 by the time it's all said and done. Most of the normal, this is not a normal sized dirt pad. It's not a normal sized dirt pad. Normally we sell single lots in those lots. You're going to range around 4,500 to 5,500, and then you're looking at another 4,500 for both water and sewer meter. That's 1,500. That's very cheap, $750 per meter. And then the electricity is 3,000. So we're often 80% of the time we're at around 10,000. And you don't have to finish when you start developing. There's no time limit. You can do the pad first, which we always suggest because it gives you a place to store your RV. At least you can use the lot until you get it all done. So break it up over a year. It's no big deal. You know, it's you got to enjoy what you're doing. So, anyway, we're waiting on Dave.